Dave, during that interview, there were a bunch of full screens, and they had a lot of Reddit names in there. And it struck me as I was reviewing it today. GameStop was 47, it's 217 now. AMC was $5, it's 56. Express up more than 100% to 250, now it's 577. Are you surprised how this movement held, and it seems to be gaining even more strength?
I don't know if the word would be surprised, but I give credit to all the people who have stayed in it and held it. I mean, the thing that stopped it the first time, the momentum obviously, was when they froze trading, and they're not really doing that anymore, and it's come back. So, I guess I would have to say I'm surprised because I don't own them, and I wish I did. So if I knew it was coming, I would have them. I guess I am a little bit surprised, but good for them.
You know, my favorite movie, one of my top 3 movies is Cool Hand Luke. I know you know the movie, and you know the part where he comes back and he becomes a model prisoner and everyone gets pissed off, right? Because he was the Maverick. And of course, later on in the show, he did something like that. But you kind of remind me of that movie in the sense that you admitted you took a $700,000 hit and you said you were paper hands. Now, so many of these people who were in this, a lot of them got drawn into it because of you. They're so disappointed and angry at you. What do you say to them?
Oh, those people are idiots. We don't pay any attention to those morons. Listen, most of the people who are saying paper hands and this and that, they lost 5 cents. They lost a nickel. I lost 700 grand. I got out of it. I took my beating. So anybody paper hands, I'd like to wrap them in toilet paper and glue lettuce to them and set them afloat in the ocean. I don't pay any attention to those idiots.
Really? That's kind of cold, Dave. I mean, think about this for a moment. They're saying $700,000 to a guy like you, and when they put all of their money in, that you didn't have to sell, that you were the face of this movement, that when you gave up, you helped the establishment when they needed you most. I mean, why would you diss them now? Why would you call them names now?
Charles, you're being a naive fool. These people, these are Twitter eggs that you're listening to. The real people who have money in it and understand how it works, they're not the ones calling names. I love to see the bank accounts and the receipts of these people. And by the way, I don't know what they'd be mad at me for. I sold. If they held, they'd be rich. So what do they get mad?
No, I think a lot of them did hold.
I sold it.
I think they were disappointed. They were just disappointed because they looked up to you. I'm not being a fool. I'm asking a legitimate question.
Listen to that. If you listen to what people say on social media, you'll never leave your mom's basement. Come on.
Well, I live in a pretty big house, so I'm not worried about that. But the point is, though, what I'm saying, though, is so now you're saying that these same folks that looked up to you, that jumped on the stunts bandwagon, now you're calling them names, now you're dissing them as belittling them as people with not a lot of money. It sounds like you're belittling these folks.
Calling me names. I don't worry about the haters and whatnot.
So, but why do you feel the need to belittle these people? Why do you want to look at their bank accounts? They don't have as much money as you do.
They're throwing stones at statues. You're talking about people who are out there, paper hands, this, that. Why the need to belittle them? Who's belittling who? I wouldn't know they existed if they weren't tweeting at me and you.
Yeah, but you could be the bigger man in this particular place. Can you see where they had a lot of faith in you?
I'll come at you. You're asking me about a segment of people who live to stir the pot, and I'm surprised you're falling for it. Show me the
I'm not falling for anything. The bottom line, here's the thing. Here's the thing
about Charles can show me their trades. When I traded it, they followed suit or whatever, and they have more than 5 cents in it, then I'll apologize.
All right, well, I think you're going to owe a lot of people an apology. Not that they sold when you sold, because they're saying that you were paper hands and they're diamond hands, but you didn't live up to what you were saying. That you helped create a movement, and at the first sign of danger, you were the one who blinked. And that's why they lost respect for you.
They closed trading, Charles. I didn't know they could do that. Do your research and see the sequence of events. I didn't start it. I joined it.
If you watch my show, I actually have chronicled this better than anyone else and why it was wrong for Robinhood.
How does that get
panicking why it was wrong
when
for Robinhood to close trading?
Trading?
Because not everyone sold AMC at $5.
Well, then
some people held on to it.
They wouldn't be complaining, would they?
Well, they might be complaining. Rich people complain all the time. You're rich and you complain a lot.
Millions of dollars because you held, and then you go make fun on Twitter of somebody who sold. That's not how it works. They're partying on their yachts.
Would you step up? Would you step up for these people, Dave, and try to help them now?
You're making no sense. You're being
I'm trying to. No, I'm not being. You're being a little bitch. Listen, would you stop up to these people and go to Gary Gensler, and say help change the rules?
I like that.
Would
You're getting
would you ask Gary Gensler to change the rules?
Social media is making a mockery
Would
of
you
you
ask
right now.
Gary Gensler to change the rules? Could you ask? Could you go to war for these people? Could you ask for the rules to be fixed?
Who's
the playing field to be leveled?
Who's Gary Gensler?
He's the chairman of the SEC. All right. Hey, Dave, we'll leave it there, my man. We'll talk again soon.
Don't be a little bitch.
We'll see you, folks. We'll be right back.
Don't be a little bitch, Charles.